What up, you guys? In this video, I'm going to break down the raw reality of making 100K a month with your business. So for context, this morning I woke up, but it's 10 a.m. right now, and we're at 3K for, what the fuck? What the hell, bro? We're literally at 3K for the day, and we made around 1K in profit. And what happens when you are in a situation like this, you wake up and you make 1K a day, you start getting complacent and you start forgetting about what got you there. And that's going to result in your business falling off. So basically what happens in business, and basically in any, let's just say in business, I don't know what I was talking about, but what happens in business is that you might be working for 3 months, 6 months prior, like 6 months ago, and this is why you're in a position where you're making, 6 figures a month. But you're not realizing that the reason why you're here making 6 figures a month is because of the work you did in the past. So you might just say, okay, I'm going to continue to make 6 figures a month, and you're going to slack off on the inputs that got you to the point where you're making 6 figures a month, if that makes sense. So if I slack off right now, I stop doing the daily tasks, the daily creatives, the business is going to fall off in another 3 months. And I'm going to wonder, why did I fall off? I was just doing 100K a month. So it's important for you guys to understand that the more money you make is the more discipline that you have to have. So if you're doing daily creatives, you're doing 3K creatives a day, you start making 100K a month, you need to start doing 6 creatives a day and make sure that you have this shit oiled so you don't fall off and lose the momentum of the business, because losing momentum in the business is one of the biggest things that nobody talks about, and that's the hardest thing to catch back up, because when you have the momentum, you're essentially just going up and down, but it's like a nice momentum, a nice staircase going up. When you fall off and this shit is on the ground, it's really hard to pick up, because there's just a lot of shit that you have to do to pick the business back up. So it's important for you to understand that the more money you make, like, you guys actually have to understand this shit. Like, this is for me, this is for anybody watching this that has a business, that's starting a business. The more money you make, the more discipline you have to have, because you need to make sure all the money that's coming out, you need to know where it's going. You need to make sure you're profitable, and that's where you need to actually track expenses correctly and make sure your cogs are good. Make sure you can lower your cogs. Make sure you're looking at basically everything that's, like I said, coming in and out, and making sure that shit's profitable, because it's very easy to look at your dashboard and say, hey, I made 120K this month. The profits, I spent this, okay, the profit that. But in reality, you forgot about the UGC you just spend money on. You just forgot about the processing costs, because nobody really looks at the processing costs when they're running a business. Like, if you're doing 150K a month in sales, let me check, but I'm pretty sure that's at least 5K plus just gone that you don't even realize that went out of your pocket, because it's just taken out of your payout. So it's important to calculate this. People don't calculate the refund rate. There's so many shit that you're spending. So in reality, like, if you're calculating your markup for your business, you need to add an extra, like, if you're trying to do a 3X, you might have to do a 4X just in case for your processing costs and every other miscellaneous expenses. And if you add your employees on top of that, you doing a 20% margin usually might just be 10% margin, because most of the time your employees are 10% of what you're spending your money on, depending on how much employees you have. So let me check for this month though, for the processing costs. So it's very important, the more money you make, the more discipline you have to understand that, okay, I can't slack off. I can't just start going partying and neglecting what the business is doing. Like, yes, you can do what you want to do when you start generating success, but you need to understand that you can't do fun things until you secure your business and make sure you do the daily tasks that's going to push, the daily inputs is going to push your business forward. But let me get back to what I was saying about the processing. So this month we did 120 something sales, and what is the processing cost? The processing cost is $7,000. We spent $7,000 on processing, and like, that's a lot of money. Like, imagine you don't do your P&L properly, you just lost a whole lot of fucking money. And you probably might be negative for the month. So it's crucial for you guys to understand, the more money you make, the more discipline you have to have. And that's something that I didn't necessarily understand in the beginning. Like, one thing that fucked me up is in 2022, I was able to run a BOGO sale on TikTok because the CPAs were so damn low. But then when I moved that shit on Facebook for a couple months or so, I was doing the same offer and I wasn't calculating the P&Ls properly, because I just thought my break-even ROAS was the same. But in reality, I was losing a whole lot of money because I also lowered the price, and I just was making the same revenue. I was like, okay, the momentum is going crazy, and I wasn't calculating that shit properly, and that's how I lost. Deadass a whole lot of money. I made 100 something 1 month, and Deadass was down like 5 bands because, again, I wasn't as disciplined. I was kind of moving in autopilot, and I wasn't doing what I needed to do with the business. So this video for you guys is just for anyone that's doing numbers, anyone that's, even if you're doing 10K a month, 30K a month in revenue, like, you have to understand that you need to be more locked in than ever the more money that comes into your pocket, into your business. And that goes even deeper in terms of spending in personal income, but I'm not going to go in depth into that. So that's just been, me going to the raw realities of doing 100K a month with your business. If you guys have any questions, comment below. And community Discord coming soon. I'll give you guys more info on that later this week. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Peace.